Hello, my name is Professor Rad, and in this video we'll talk about how you write the name of a decimal number. So I have a note that's going to guide us through the steps of writing the name of a decimal number. So if you'd like to pause the video here and copy down that note to have for future use, feel free to pause the video here and do that. But let's walk through it. So the note says to write the name of a real number. Remember, a real number is any number. It could be a whole number or a decimal number. So any number you can imagine. First, we're going to write the whole number part, if there is any, followed by the word and. So I have a little example up here. So the whole number part is going to be anything that's to the left of the decimal point. So here that would be this 123. And then the decimal point, we'll use the word and. Then we're going to treat the number that's after the decimal part like it's a whole number and write down its name. So over here, this is the piece that's after the decimal point. So we would write this number's name. And then we'll write the place value of the last digit after the decimal point. So to work through this, let's do this example first, and then we'll come back here and we'll write the name of this decimal as well. You might be able to hear the birds chirping outside. Enjoy, I guess. So we're going to write the name of 0.62431. So to begin with, notice that there's no whole number part because this starts out with 0 point. So when you have a number that starts out with 0 point, blah, 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 you just ignore this first part because there's no whole number, right? We don't say 0 and, right? We just say whatever the decimal is. So for the second step, we're going to treat the number after the decimal part like it's a whole number. So I'm going to think of the number that's got 62431. So to help me write the name of this whole number, right, I'm ignoring the decimal point. So to treat this like a whole number, I'm going to break it up into my groups of 3, starting from the right. So this is going to be, this is my ones period, this is the thousands. So this will be 62,000. And then put a comma because we have a comma in the number. And then we have 431. So we'll write 431. So that's how we begin to write this decimal, is we write the name of the whole number piece that follows the decimal point. And then where this becomes different from writing the name of a whole number, now we have to write the place value of the last digit that was after the decimal point. So I have a little guide here. When I'm saying before or after a decimal point, I'm saying before to mean to the left of the decimal point and after to mean to the right of the decimal point. So what we need to do is we need to find the last digit after a decimal point. So that's over here. And we have to write the place value of that digit. So remember, to always identify your ones place first. So the ones place is the spot immediately to the left of the decimal point. And then it's going to be very similar to our whole number place values. We're just adding THS to the end of it. So here's our ones, and then we have 10th, 100th, 1,000th, 10,000th, 100,000th. So that's my abbreviation there. So we have ones, 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000th, 100,000th. So at the end of this number, I'm going to write 100,000th. So the name of 0.62431 is going to be 62,431 hundred thousandths. So let's go ahead and write the name of this number here, since it has both numbers before the decimal point and after. So I'm just going to squeeze that in over here. So let's write the name of 123.405. So combining these steps together, for step 1, we're going to write the whole number part followed by and. So what we mean by that is everything that's in front of the decimal point. So I'm going to ignore the decimal point and to the right. So I have 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be the number 123. 123. Then we're going to follow this with the word and, because the and is there to represent we have a whole number and some part of a whole number, a decimal part. So the decimal point is going to be and. Then we're going to treat the number after the decimal point like it's a whole number and write its name. So the number that's after the decimal point here is this 405. So if I were just writing the name of this number, that would be 405. And then to finish for step 3, we're going to write the place value of the last digit after the decimal point. So in this case, that's the place value of this digit 5. So remember, this is our ones. You look for your decimal point, and immediately to the left is your ones place. And then we'll start counting with the THS. So we have tenth, hundredth, thousandth. So the last digit after the place value, or after the decimal point, is in the thousandths place. So that's how we're going to finish this number. So I'm going to just finish it under here, thousandths. So 123.405, if we're going to say its real name, would be 123 and 405 thousandths. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. In the next video, we'll be looking at some other features of decimals, pretty much surrounding this concept of $25 being the same thing as $25. So sometimes you'll see a number written with these zeros after a decimal point, and other times you won't. So we're going to talk about when do you need those zeros and when can you get away without writing them. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in that next video. I hope this helped you write some place values or some decimal names, and I hope you have a wonderful day. In the meantime, bye for now.